What's up, everyone? This is Emilio with Quick Property Solutions, and today I'm in Romulus, Michigan. It's the Metro Detroit area. It's a little outside Detroit. Today I'm standing in front of the new property that we're going to be rehabbing. In this video today, I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough and then kind of explain, show the house that we're rehabbing, and kind of share my experience, rehabbing houses in the Detroit area. So if you like this video, you want to click on the like button, subscribe, comment on the channel, comment on the video, and let's get into it. All right, so this house right here, this is a deal that we actually got on the MLS. Normally I like to get my houses off market, but I saw this deal, and one of the reasons why I picked up this deal up is because we're rehabbing a house 10 minutes away. So instead of having my crew like driving from one end to the other 35 minutes, 45 minutes apart, it's only really 10 minutes away. So we're almost done with that rehab down there, and the guys will just pick up their material and then start working here. They already started the work. They already started working here. They did a little bit of clean out already. The house is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with a basement and a 1-car garage. One thing that I normally don't do is I don't buy it on a house on the side of a main road. So if you look behind me, it's not a main road, but it's not a subdivision. But one of the reasons why I thought that I kind of would bend the rules on this one, two things. This is a main road, but if you notice, there's not like a middle lane, which means there is some traffic, but it's not like consistent cars going back and forth. And so if it's a main road with like a middle lane or 2 lanes, there's a lot of traffic. It tends to be a lot louder. Also, if you look across, that is, I want to say that's government land. But there are no houses over here. So that was another thing too. It's on a main road, but it doesn't feel like it's on a main road. Like shooting this video, there have been 2 cars that have passed. So it's not a terrible amount of traffic. So scope of work, what do we want to do to this house? Front entrance is here. There's a back entrance. The house is blue. First thing I had on my scope was I want to paint the house. The siding looks good. The only thing is that it's just worn. We don't have to replace the siding, but it just looks the paint just looks really bad. So the curb appeal, not that great. We do have a repair list from the city, and we have to replace this concrete porch right here. There's a crack down the middle. There's also, for curb appeal purposes, there's no landscaping here. There's no bushes, no mulch, nothing like that. So I did want to put some bushes and mulch there. The house does have vinyl windows, which is really good. Oh, and then what do we pick this house up for? So ARV in the area, I would say, is around $215 to $225. And some of the houses that I saw, the rehab was just okay. It was actually like those houses where it's like house is meticulously maintained. They weren't like full on gut rehab jobs, and they were selling for around like $215, $220. Also, days on market in this area was well below like 30 days. So 2 things I like when I'm doing research on houses: I like to see low days on market, and I like to see a number of comps out there. So this one had about, I want to say 5 or 6. I can't remember the report, but I know that the ARV is around like $215, $220. So we picked it up it was listed for $119. I actually knew the person selling it, and then they accepted $112. So we're in it at $112. The rehab budget, we're gonna be, let me turn this on. Let's see. We're gonna be about, I want to say $45 a square foot. Let me turn this light on too. 1 second. Here we go. Oh, did I charge this thing? Oh, hold on. Oh, I don't know if I charged the light on here. Sorry, guys. Oh, I didn't. There's no batteries on this. I didn't charge the light. Shoot. I'm sorry, guys. Let me start turning some lights on in this house. The lights are kind of like really low lit. So let me go towards the front. And I'll be honest, you guys, I'm so sorry for not being consistent with my with a lot of my videos. I am going to make a video. This is 2026. It's March 2026. I am changing my strategy when it comes to real estate. And one of my strategies was mostly wholesaling with flipping once in a while. And this year I'm going to be changing the whole strategy where I'm still going to wholesale. I love wholesaling, but my main goal this year is to flip. My goal is to do 10 houses this year. So right now, like I said, we got a rehab down the street. We got this house that we're starting, and I want to try and have 3 consistent flips going at all times. So hopefully some good content for you guys. But this house, about 1,000 square feet, give or take. We're about $45 a square foot. And we're pretty much going to be doing brand new. We are painting the side of the house, which that one adds up. That added up the budget. But we're doing 2 bathrooms because there's 2 bathrooms in here, and a new kitchen, and everything else is just like paint and carpet, and the landscaping and stuff like that. But the main cost is the kitchen, 2 bathrooms, and the painting. The painting I think is going to be like maybe $6,000 for the painting. So anyways, we're here at the front. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this camera around so you guys can see how it looks like when we walk through. Okay, so front door here, they have like this wood kind of decorative thing here. What I wanted to do was, I don't want to take this and demo it out and install drywall, because all that's going to really do is that's going to cost money to demo it, and then we got to get drywall, and then we got to replace that. I actually think it's really cool. The one thing I like about this house, the ceilings are really high. So if you notice, I don't know, I'm not sure if it comes across camera or not, but the ceilings almost, it almost looks like there's an extra foot to 2 feet of height on the ceiling, which it just makes it look really tall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this in place, but I'm going to paint the whole thing a matte black, kind of like an accent wall kind of thing. And then we're going to scrape the popcorn ceiling at the top, and then everything else is just paint. So paint and flooring here. The walls are good. It doesn't look like we're going to need some new drywall. I think we might need new drywall on the ceiling. There's some bubbling and some... it looks like after they scrape it, they're going to want to either skim it or just cut it out and then add new, put drywall in and smooth it out. New trim, the outlets, replace all outlets, new covers. And here's the first bedroom. It's on the main floor. So again, high ceiling, it's a very high ceiling. They did clean out some stuff. They did leave the couch, but there was a lot of personal belongings in here. When we walked in here, there was a lot of personal belongings here too, so they got rid of a lot of that stuff. But yeah, here, pretty simple. We're just gonna, actually, I might find, let me talk to them and see if we are replacing the trim, because the trim actually looks pretty decent, but we are gonna be, I'm gonna be doing vinyl flooring through here, so I don't know if they're gonna wanna get rid of the trim and then get the vinyl flooring all the way to the wall and then put a new base on top. I actually think that's what they might be doing. I'll talk to him, but if we are getting new flooring, that's what I assume they're gonna do. We are gonna save money on the doors and the closet doors. So what I told him with the doors, just replace the hinges and the door fixtures. Keep the door, just paint it white. So because that'll save us some money there. This closet door, keep that, save some money there, paint it white. Let's go back here. I am going to stage this house. I'm not sure if you saw my other videos, but what I'm starting to do with my flips is I do want to stage, because statistically, I've talked to other investors, and most investors that stage versus some that don't, the ones that stage say that it does move a lot faster on the market. So excuse me. So I am going to start staging my houses. So here, put the dining room, get a new light fixture here. Let's see. Here's the kitchen here. So easy access to the kitchen. What we're going to do is we're just going to drywall all this, and then we'll put a stove here, and then we'll put some base cabinets next to it there. And then here we're going to do all new cabinets. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move the sink to the middle here. We'll put a dishwasher. I believe he wants to put it here. And then the fridge we're going to move right there. And then we could potentially get rid of all this soffit here. Here, if you go over here, we got the bathroom, pretty much brand new bathroom, new toilet, new vanity, new tub. We're gonna do the ceramic tile surround and just make it a whole new bathroom. All our bathrooms are gonna look the same. I like the way we do our bathrooms. We'll just keep it the same. Here, we're gonna keep the closet door here, keep the bathroom door here. They all work. They're all functional. We're just gonna paint it white. And then with this door here, this is the outer door. It looks nasty and rusted, but it actually, there's no major dents in it. So I told them, let's just keep the door. We'll just paint it white. We are gonna get a new screen door though. Put that there. Okay. This is a great starter home. You know, I don't want to, I mean, we could do bigger houses, but right now I kind of just want to do bread and butter. So if you walk upstairs here, we have another full bathroom here. We have the vanity here. We're going to push it a little bit towards the window, toilet, and then we have a shower. So we're going to gut this out, tile a shower from top to bottom, new toilet, new flooring, new vanity, new mirror. All new light fixtures. Again, keep the door, paint the door. All these doors are fine. Second bedroom, pretty much paint, new light fixture, fix that right there, and new flooring. And again, keep the doors and the closet doors. And then the main, which is this room here. So this is the biggest room. It's nice. Again, really simple, doors in good condition, keep the door, replace all the outlets, paint, flooring. It's a pretty simple rehab, nothing too major yet. We do have a closet in here. It's a deep closet. I might talk to him and find out, I'll talk to some other investors as well. Maybe we could build a wall from here to here and then put like kind of like a closet so there's more storage space. Because these are big rooms, but the closet space is kind of lacking. Let's see here. Yeah, but what I want to try and do is we can do houses that, you know, need full-on rehab. But the thing is they take a little bit longer. I'm hoping that this rehab will only take 2 to 4, let's say 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks. So like 2 to 2.5 months. Basement, here you go, is the basement. We are going to update the panel right there. The water heater actually looks good. I'm going to keep the water heater. And the furnace is a little bit older, but I'm going to keep the furnace too. It's working. We got the heat on right now. It actually looks like it's in really good condition. So we're just going to keep the furnace. And by keeping the furnace, again, that saves us money because I'm splurging on the painting of the outside of the house. Also in the budget too, you know, I do have to, with the staging involved, with the staging of the house, and I sell all the houses with appliances too, that just adds to the cost of everything. Yep. Yep, so that's the house. Again, they've already started the clean out. Hopefully, I'm gonna get them some money today so they can start demoing out the floors, demoing out the kitchen and the bathroom, and then hopefully we can get this thing done in 2 months. What was I gonna say? Oh, so now that I've dedicated myself to flipping, what I'm gonna start doing is just try and continue and focus on my strengths. So the reason why there's so many ways to invest, and the reason why I wanted to focus on flipping was because I'm blessed enough to have a really good crew. And I know that a lot of investors, you know, they are, one of the reasons why their flips don't go well is because they do have to deal with contractor issues. And my partner, I have all the faith in them to get the job done. They already know what I like because most of the houses we do, they're all the same. It's the same paint, it's the same flooring, it's the same everything. So a lot of the times, you know, I rely on them to kind of just like get everything done. I don't have to, they never cut corners. They're always going above and beyond what I've asked. So I figure if I have the crew, let's try and, get as many houses as possible. So the talent that I have is marketing. I can do marketing. I know how to find houses that are off market, even though this was listed. But I do have the opportunity to find houses off market. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to constantly just try and find deals and work with sellers and get leads to try and get houses under contract. And then fill those houses up in the queue, and then just try and get 3 houses. And then if we get a 4th, I'll just start asking them, like, hey, we got a 4th one. What do you think? Do you think you guys could do a 4th? I don't want to say what I don't want to do, but what might happen if they get too busy with rehabs, start reaching out for new contractors. I hate looking for new contractors. I'm not going to lie. I hate having to go through hiring somebody, give them a bunch of money, and then just watch them drop the ball. And I know, me being pragmatic, I'm not being pessimistic, I'm being pragmatic, but with my experience with contractors, it's most of the time that's what happens. So I'm trying to do my best to vet these contractors, but man, sometimes you go to their job sites, you talk to their customers, and they do great. And then I don't know if it's just me or I don't work well with them, but whenever they come to my job, I don't know. I don't feel as comfortable as I do with my current partner. So I think what I said last year was I was trying to get as many contractors as possible so I could get 1 contractor per house. But what I had said like a year ago, and I kind of want to keep doing this until he gets overloaded. I'm going to try and help him grow his company and his team, because if he has so many projects, he's the one that has to start looking for contractors to fill up his team, and his team will be under him, and he's the one that supervises them. And I know his values, I know his quality of work, I know his work ethic. Those people will have to, keep up with his standard, because I've seen people on his crew for like 1 project, and I'm like, oh, cool, you're hiring some new people. And then like the next week they're like gone because of maybe the work wasn't good enough. Maybe, I don't know, he doesn't really give me explanation. I just know that they're gone. So somebody that he hires and I see them and they stick around, I know that they're doing a great job and they're hanging with him as far as his quality. But that's it, you guys. Wanted to show you the house. I'm going to do my best to document this along the way. If you like this video, again, like I said, follow me on the channel, follow this film series. Another thing too, if you're interested in investing in Detroit, I'm really not taking any more clients anymore. When we first were starting, I was reaching out to people. I said, if you have a house, let me know, because we'll fix up the house for you. I'm not really doing that anymore. I really want to be focused on flipping my own projects. But for me to do 3 projects at a time, hopefully I could load them up to 4 projects, I need funding. So if you're interested in funding me on my projects and being a private lender, please reach out to me, because we take your funds, we pay you a nice interest rate, and we secure it to the property. So if anything were to happen to me, you have a lien against the property and your funds are secured. So if you are interested in that, please reach out to me. Link is in the description below. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. I'll try and answer them as best as possible. Thank you very much for watching. Talk to you soon.